Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you my March setup. I'm alive! Well, more like I'm surviving, being a new parent, being very sleep deprived and very busy, but yay, this time I finally made it to be just in time for March, before March is here. Thank you for your patience in waiting for me as I've been trying to get used to the new routine. While I have been trying to get used to parenting, I've basically put a lot of other things on the back burner, and that includes anything other than taking care of the baby. Even sleeping has not really been happening that much, but now it's a bit better, and now I'm finally being able to work a little bit more of me time into my schedule, and that includes doing some art once in a while and working on my bullet journal. And from here on out, I'm hoping to try and designate at least a little bit of time each day to do some bullet journaling and some art, because I think that that would be vastly supportive of my mental health and overall well-being. So kind of the first step back into art and painting was for me to do this watercolor cover page for this month. And then for the rest of my spreads, I used a lot of sticker and washi tape to really decorate each of the pages. I know that for the previous 2 months, roughly, I've been doing a more minimalist approach, and I did enjoy that as well, but as someone who has more of a tendency to be more maximalist in my artwork, I had gotten to the point where I felt a little bit deprived in a sense in expressing myself, and so I really missed being able to do more artwork and adding more elements into my spreads. And what better way to step back into painting than to paint something galaxy and celestial themed? I think that I will always love this kind of theme. I have always really loved the sky and the stars and the moon and the sun and all the colors that make up the morning and night skies. The night skies especially in galaxial kind of themes, and so I will always enjoy themes that are related to that, whether that is more realistic or more fantasy, having a fantasy element to it. And so doing this theme was something that I felt was really easy for me to automatically step back into without it giving me any sort of pressure or any sort of stress. And this painting was very easy to do. All I had to do was wet the watercolor paper that I glued into my bullet journal and then add my colors that I wanted for the sky into it. So a lot of shades of blue and purples, and then afterwards adding in my metallic and holographic watercolor for all the planets and stars. I wanted to make sure that the theme that I was doing this month as I start painting again would be relatively simple and wouldn't take a lot of time, because I need to be able to step away at any time to take care of the baby. And also because I haven't painted for a while, I really didn't want it to be a complicated painting that would discourage me from incorporating painting and art back into my routine. Funnily enough, as I was thinking about what I wanted to do for the March theme, I knew I wanted to do some sort of galaxy or space related theme, and with some contrast between dark and light colors. But then initially my thought about what I wanted to paint was something like koi fish in the galaxy. But then with me being someone who really improvises a lot when I do art, I ended up doing something completely different. As you can see, there's no koi in this theme. I ended up deciding that I wanted to do still something space and galaxy and celestial related, but then I decided to make it look like all of that was coming out of a teacup. I feel like the switch to the teacup mixed with the galaxy kind of theme was a good way of really feeling cozy and magical at the same time. I think that in the future I will still do something koi and galaxy related, or some combination of those elements with other things, but anyhow, I'm sure I will be improvising every time I paint, and who knows, knows how I'll be using each of those items in the future. Anyways, I am excited about it for when I actually sit down to paint again later on. Now that I'm coming back into painting again, as always, I am very open to any suggestions that you all may have for any themes that I should do in the future. So if you think of anything and want to see me paint any of those things, please comment below. Right now, I'm missing painting more complex scenes that I usually did for my previous bullet journal spreads. And so if I'm able to find the time and energy for it, I will be doing those again for my future bullet journal setups. So stay tuned to see what's in store. And now for a flip through. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.